What's up, Ed Grot? Appreciate the video response. And I wasn't trying to go past trying to prove that socialism works on like a small scale. That's you're already arguing like what I was planning to argue next, but that's okay, because we've established that yes, socialism works when you got the money. But you know what? I mean, socialism's goal is sustainability. You know, to make the life of everybody in the country as best as possible, regardless of, you know, who their parents were. See, I'm all for if you make it big, but I ain't for if you were born being a rich motherfucker. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, you know, I could work my ass off and never get to where some people started at. See, I don't like that, because that is fucked up. You see, everyone's all like, what, you don't want people to be rich, then they won't work their asses off. It's like, motherfucker, those rich people, the ones that are just born rich, which is most of them, they don't deserve that, because they didn't work their asses off. So that's why inheritance is retarded. But anyways, so I'm looking at Venezuela, and you know, they really ain't got nothing that any other country ain't got. They got an upper class. The reason why Hugo Chavez probably won in a landslide victory is because it was probably so shifted. You know, 80% poverty, 10% billionaire. You know, like that kind of shit. And they were just like, well, that ain't fair. And that does work. I mean, he got them schools and shit, you know. And yes, Hugo Chavez will listen to the majority, because that is, I mean, he is trying to make the world in his country as best as it possibly can for the most people as possible. And the only people who seem to be suffering are the elite. So what do? They have 5 private media TV stations down there, and they spread propaganda every day, saying Hugo Chavez is crazy, you know, and all this and that. And then they bought off high-level military command. And then the high-level military command told his troops that, hey, Hugo's resigning or whatever, and we're going to go reinstall a new I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. So Hugo Chavez had to violate their freedom of speech, because it was literally just destructive. I mean, I don't even have to explain that any further. That's it. So anyways, though, socialism, like Russia and other countries that were socialist. I mean, Russia, it was socialist, it was communist. There's a big difference. And it was even conservative. I mean, they had classes, middle class and an elite class, you know. They've had that. I mean, so anyways, the reason, I mean, I'm going to give an example here. They cannot, a socialist country cannot compete with capitalism. It cannot compete with capitalism. Its goal is sustainability, to pay off the debt and to get the people as best living conditions as possible. But they can't compete. Like, if you have a house and I'm your neighbor and I got a house, and we're trying to see who's got the better life here. We got the same job, but one of us goes out and gets a loan and buys a car and gets a loan and buys a fucking an addition and gets a loan and gets an indoor swimming pool and all. And then someone looks and they're like, wow, that guy with all that shit, that's the guy who's got the better life. But you know what? I wouldn't be able to hang on to that shit. I'd have to pay the debt eventually. So see, unchecked fucking growth and, you know, those kinds of capitalist expansion policies, and I know you don't got them, but those aren't your policies. You know, I'm arguing Like, right now I'm arguing the fascist retards. Alright. See, I want to say, like you said, the agrarian state. You know, everyone needs to be capable of sustaining themselves. When everyone can sustain themselves, then that creates sustainability, as opposed to your socialist view. But, I mean, an agrarian state, it's not very progressive. I mean, you got people struggling to survive, when clearly we got an upper class. I mean, we got an upper class. And to say that we shouldn't be allowed to leech off of that, because you know why there is such a huge elite class in the United States, is because the amounts of debt to buy all their shit. So technically it's like, it really is our fucking money, and they just got it because of bad government policies. They didn't really earn the shit. Anyways, though, you went on to say, like, an individual state could be socialist if so chose. But really, what kind of rich person would live in such a state? You know, socialism don't work unless it's globalized. There's nowhere for the rich people to run. You see, once one country becomes socialist, the rich people run away, unless the resources are tied to the country. My goal is not socialism for America. It's not socialism for, you know, this country, that. No, it's global socialization. There's no, you know, I was born in this country, I just so happened to be born in a country with a lot of resources, so you know what, I got a great life. As opposed to, you know, some person born in Africa who's surrounded by retards who just keep making more babies, so they can't make enough food. You know what I'm saying? There simply ain't enough aggregable land there to grow enough food for the people, but they ain't got no one telling them, like, hey, you need to stop making babies. You know, I mean, apparently you've read what the United Nations is saying here. How does that not make sense, though? I mean, if we just keep making fucking babies, the standard of living just decreases with every new person. And it gets really bad in America when the needs are like exorbitant shit, like, you know, I want 2 cars, I want an iPod, I want an Xbox, you know what, you know, just, I'm not really going to say technology shit, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, population control is not the most evil fucking thing. It just doesn't work in some places like China, because apparently they have some sort of social stigma with having a female. Like, big fucking deal. But anyways, I do appreciate the video. And what I'm trying to say now is, I'm just going to try summing it up. Alright? Socialism cannot compete with capitalism. But capitalism cannot sustain itself. The free market can't sustain itself. The agrarian state, it's just a little too primitive for me. You know, it's just a little too, how do I say, like, it's not we have the technology, we have the wealth. Why do I have to grow crops and let the business owners get away free? You know, that's our money, that's everybody's money. But apparently we have a different point of view on this. But anyways, peace out.